Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is David and welcome to UTECHPIA. Today we're talking about the BladeLight by flolight. This is a very unique light, yet powerful and useful light for videographers and photographers. In this video, I'll go over all the reasons that make this light unique and why I like this light. But before we get into the details, let me just briefly say that it comes in the 18-inch variety, a 36-inch variety which is twice as long. It comes in daylight version, tungsten version, as well as a bicolor version. So you got a lot of options. Oh yes, and they even have a green screen version which will make any white background into a green screen or a green screen background into a more uniform green screen. Anyway, let's get into the reasons why I think this is a great light to have. If we open up the light, you'll notice that it's a single strip of LEDs. Normally, you would have a dome-shaped glass on top of each LED to spread the light at a particular angle. In this configuration, they're all surface mounted, so the LEDs just flood light out, tons of it. And the advantage of that is obviously a lot of light. Since the LEDs are in a single strip in an array form, it allows the barn doors to be very effective at cutting down the lights. You can see I can adjust the barn doors, and if I aim it just right, I have a very sharp cutoff along my eyes. And this is a unique feature that a lot of typical LED lights cannot produce. So this is a normal LED light, and you can see I can use the barn doors to bend the light a little bit, but I can't get that razor sharp cutoff that I did with the BladeLight. With the BladeLight, you can cut the light to just a very narrow strip, like right on my eyes. See how crazy it is? Super narrow. Very awesome. You also get an included lens that changes the angle of light. You can change it from 120 degrees to 60 degrees to 20 degrees. And when you change the angle, instead of just cutting down the light, you're actually focusing the light. So at 20 degrees, you have a narrower beam, but that beam is powerful, more powerful than when it was at 60 degrees, and definitely more powerful than when it was at 120 degrees. You got different diffusers, like this material right here. You can make the light softer. You can put a tungsten diffuser on this thing. That's really orange. We got slightly less orange tungsten, and there's that. So you can play with different filters as well. I can switch between two different lighting configurations within seconds. Right now you can see the shadows on this side of my face more defined, making for an edgier looking video. I can turn the light just 90 degrees, and you can see now the light is very even between one side and this side, making for a nice soft wraparound light within seconds. This light has a high CRI of 96 for daylight LEDs and 98 for the tungsten LEDs, which makes the light shining on my face very natural. Compare that to a cheaper LED like this, you can see this light is very yellow and almost greenish tint, making me look very sick. Whereas the LEDs on the BladeLight, very high CRI, looks really good on my face. This small BladeLight is very capable of flooding a large area like this background. Let's first turn off this light, and now we're going to use this BladeLight to flood the background. And there you go. Very powerful, very evenly lit from top to bottom, just flooding out the background. This BladeLight is solid. It's made of aluminum and it's very robust. I can carry this around, put it in my luggage, travel with it, and not be afraid it will get damaged. In fact, because it's one single piece of aluminum, there's another benefit in that it is passively cooled because the aluminum acts as a passive heat sink. Although it gets a little bit warm when you operate it, there's no fan to ever turn on and ruin your video by producing this noise or whine. Again, perfectly quiet, even if you operate it at 100% power for hours. Now, we already mentioned that this thing is solid because it's made of aluminum, but we also should mention the fact that in here, the only electronics is the LEDs, and they're almost shockproof. So if this thing gets dropped off the light stand, it'll survive just fine. It might get dinged up a little bit, but there's nothing in here that can get really damaged. The body is made of aluminum, and the LEDs, they're pretty much shockproof. All the sensitive electronics are downstream of this line, which is the power supply and a dimmer switch, and they're already underground. So really cool design. So in case you drop it off the light stand, it'll be just fine. Another nice touch is that the dimmer switch is mounted off the light itself, so I can change the brightness without having to reach the light. Especially if this light is mounted way up in the ceiling, I can change the brightness just from this little dimmer switch right here. Pretty nice touch. These lights are modular in that you can add components downstream of the power line no matter what you bought the light with. For example, my light didn't come with a V-mount or gold mount battery plate because I didn't want it. But if I wanted to, I could always add the V-mount or gold mount battery plate downstream of the power line, and I'll have that feature. Same with the DMX option, or if I wanted Wi-Fi, Android control, or iOS control, those are features that they'll have in the future. And if I wanted to, I can add that, again, downstream of the power line whenever I want to. And the nice thing about having all those modular components downstream of the power line is that there won't be any extra weight added on the top of the light right here. It'll all be downstream on the ground where it's safer. If you notice, there are grooves on the top of the light and on the bottom of the light, and they're actually opposite grooves. So what that means is that if you have multiple of these lights, you can just slide them on top and have an array of these lights. Now, if you want to extend the light to make this light longer, there's that option too. These units put out a lot of light. The 36-inch version at 1 meter away with a focus beam of 20 degrees could put out nearly 13,000 lux of light. That's a lot of light. The included double ball socket mount here is very versatile. You can use it to mount this light and move it in many different ways. Allows you a lot of flexibility to turn the light, to turn it this way, to mount it this way. It's quite flexible. Very useful lighting setup. You can mount it any way you like. Pretty cool double jointed ball mount. Very sweet. Love it. And those are the reasons why I think the BladeLight by flolight is a great light for any photographers or videographer looking to add some extra creativity to their work with this unique light. Well, at least that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think about the BladeLight. Is it unique enough? Is it special enough? Is it something that you want to add to your arsenal? Would it improve your video? Would it improve creativity in your work? Let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in getting one, don't forget there's a coupon in the description below where you can get it at a really good price. As always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to UTECHPIA yet, please consider subscribing. Your support is always appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey! Hello? Are you still there? Oh, there you are. I see you. Thanks for sticking around. Well, if you want to see more videos, check out these. And yeah, these are pretty interesting videos. I hope you like them. And thanks again for watching. I totally appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Well, I'm gonna head out now, so I'll see you later. Bye.